Hello. I see people coming in. I'm finishing up my dinner. Hi, Cheryl. How are you doing? Hello, everyone. I see people coming in. Hit the like button, hit the thumbs up button, please, and get into the chat and tell me who you are. Well, I finished my dinner. I still have a few minutes left. I'm eating a taco salad. This is so good. Mm. Hello. Get into the chat and let me know who's here. Let me know who you are and where you're from. I'm a little early waiting for people to come in. Mm-hmm. How's everybody doing this evening? I'm almost finished. It's been a pretty busy day today. Mm. Mm. That's good, Cheryl. I'm glad. Mm. I only have about 2 bites left, so give me a minute. Mm-hmm. This last bite is not cooperating. All right, there we go. I set the bowl off to the side out of the camera view. Okay. Mm. I was worried that we weren't going to have any viewers tonight because it is Father's Day. And, I prefer y'all being with your family than sitting here with me. There we go. All right. Oh, let me tell you something. The salsa that I got from the food bank this week, I didn't have any salsa. And so I opened it up. And I really am enjoying the salsa. It is labeled hot on it. But I'm pairing it up. I'm pairing it up with sour cream to kind of soften the heat off of it. And making the sour cream and salsa my salad dressing for my taco salad. And it is really good, but it has a kick. Hi, Gina. All right. So I finished my taco salad. I have my electrolytes here. All right. I have my cup of coffee here. And hold on. Let me take this off because this mic does not work for this. So this mic does not work for that. So I don't need to have it on. My coffee time pajamas. This was a sponsored Temu haul, if I remember right. And yeah, I enjoy my pajamas for sure. All right, so let's talk about what has gone on this last week and what I'm planning on doing for next week. So let's start there. Okay, so this last week, good, Gina. This is a pajama party. This last week, I have been treating, not the whole week, but, well, as soon as I received it in friend mail. I got quite a bit of friend mail in boxes this last week. And I opened it up in a video that you've already seen. So this isn't going to be any surprise. And I want to thank the viewers for sending it via Amazon. I appreciate it. And one of the things that I've been using this last week with Chico is this right here, this paw cleaner. Okay, and I've been using it to keep his paws clean and kind of moisturized. And it's got these items in there. Of course, number one ingredient is water, but it has aloe vera extract. It has oat extract, honey extract, glycerin extract, alkylglycerides, and amino acids in it. Okay, and so I've been using this twice a day. Okay, no, once a day in the evening. I've been using this. And along with, as soon as in the evening after our last walk outside. And Chico and I have been going on the shorter walks because I know now what the issue is. And I'm treating it. It is, in fact, a kind of a callus on his front paws. And part of the reason he has that callus is our walks. And I feel bad about it, but it is what it is. All right. And so I'm now treating it. and not taking him out as long walks, all right, as often, um, until his paws get better. Another thing that I have been treating him with, and I didn't bring in, I got another um, gift from a viewer, which I'm really excited about using. Um, but I've been using this as well, and it's called Paw Balm, and this was sent to me by a viewer. And if you open it up, it is lick safe. It nourishes, repairs, soothes, and protects his paw pads. And if you open it up, it's like a very kind of thick salve. It's very um, like you rub it on your finger and then rub it on his paws, and you can see a huge difference every night when I use this on his paws, and I leave it overnight on his paws so that it has time to kind of soften up his callus. He has a callus on one of his paw pads, and it's made out of carnauba wax, coconut oil, beeswax, avocado oil, shea butter, sarsaparilla, and vitamin E. So it's all natural ingredients. And it's lick proof, which means, and I watched him, he doesn't lick it off. Whatever this does, he does not lick it off. He does not give it any attention. And he's a licker. He is like, he likes to lick, okay? But he doesn't touch this. And it says apply daily to nourish, so I do it every evening. And so that is how I'm treating his paws. And he is getting better, okay? His paw is getting better. It's not as dry as it is. Now, what worked for me is on my feet is the urea lotion. And so if this is not working like it should, I may switch over just on that one paw where he has the callus, and just put a little urea lotion on it first, and then put this on top of that, just on the spot where he has the callus, to see if it will help kind of break down the callus a little bit. Anyway, that's what I'm planning on doing. If this doesn't work quick enough for me, I'm going to add a little bit of that urea lotion onto his paw. Yeah. And now another thing that I received in the mail today, but I thought I had everything placed right here, but I didn't bring it in, is, I have the socks and the shoes for Chico. Somebody sent me it's a kind of shoe for a dog, but it is thinner, and it's a pack of like 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, maybe 12 or 16 of them, and it allows them to feel the ground underneath their feet, so that they don't try to take them off. And I'm looking forward to trying that with Chico. I just got them this evening, and so I am going to, hi Tina, I'm going to work with him tomorrow with those kind of, and the rubber too. The rubber. So I'm going to work with him with those, and it will help to see if he is not like battling with he's been battling with the shoes. Like, I've been trying to get him to wear those shoes, and eventually I'm going to get him to wear them. But I think I'm going to try him to transition him with these. And I think he'll do better with these. And so I'm looking forward to that starting tomorrow. And I will video it and take you along with it. Now, I wanted to show you that I did complete my meal plan this week completely. And today, I haven't completely finished it out, but I am working on the meal plan for this week. All right. And I got yet tomorrow's started. And so that is that. And that is, that is what I have planned out. All right. So I got that started. Now, what else do I want to go over with y'all? I know there's something else I wanted to go over with you. Let's go over this week's schedule, because guess what? It's going to be busy. Today is Father's Day. I did do some things today concerning Father's Day, but I didn't film it. I filmed some things today, but I didn't film that, and that was because it was personal, so I didn't film it. Monday is house cleaning day. Y'all know that. Tuesday, we will be celebrating 2 years of me on YouTube. Tuesday, June 17th, 2 years ago, I turned the camera on and started filming. And so all of the progress that you have seen in me has taken 2 years. It's hard to believe, but it has. And so Tuesday, I'll be doing a special video of, celebrating 2 years on YouTube. And then on Wednesday, I have potluck bingo at the senior center, plus the food bank. So we'll be doing both of those. I am incorporating a friend's help, a friend and a neighbor's help, to make sure that I get the food bank haul, and they will bring it to me when I get back from potluck bingo. Thursday, I do not look like I have anything planned on Thursday so far. But then on Friday, I do have the morning senior center bingo and breakfast with everybody, and then lunch. Y'all know that I do not eat what is up at the senior center. So I prepare my lunch and take it with me. And then I prepare my breakfast and lunch and enjoy bingo. I set myself up for success, in other words. So that's what I have planned for this next week. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. I had a viewer suggest that I use the money that I got from my from the wreck of my car to take Chico to the vet. But the truth of the matter is I don't need to do that. All right. It was a good suggestion. It was really a good suggestion, but I don't need to do that. I'm lucky that I just, figured out what the issue was, and I'm treating it now. He's limping a whole lot less, and I think over time, with treating the callus on his paw, that it will correct itself. He is running through the house like there's nothing wrong. All right, he is. He's playing. He's eating. He's drinking water. he's doing everything. He's wanting to go outside, even though I'm limiting him on the concrete. He loves to walk on the concrete. He loves doing it. I am pushing him into the grass. And yeah, so, and I'm only doing what I call half walks at this time. I'm still taking him outside, but I'm not doing the full walk with him. Now, starting tomorrow, I'm going to start doing my own walking. Of course, I'm going to keep walking because I need to. And I took a break for this last week and the week before, and to make sure that he is like doing further damage to his paw. Okay, but what I'm going to do this week is I'm going to go on my walks without him. I'm going to take him out for his short walk, bring him inside, and then head out and do my own walk. I think I will get done faster anyway if I do my own walk, because he likes to stop and sniff everything on the walks. We got 15 people in here. Please hit the thumbs up. Please hit it. It makes a difference. Get into the chat in here. Let me know where you're from. Who's in here? Hello, Andrea. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. And I will recognize you in the chat. Do you have any questions for me this week? Anyone? It is a Q&A. So we've been in here 22 minutes. And so now I'm opening the floor up to everyone to hold a conversation with me now. So anyone have any questions for me tonight? Coffee time. Y'all gotta remind me to drink some coffee. I am still playing with YouTube. Y'all know that I've been on YouTube for 2 years, and there's some features on YouTube that I've never played with and tweaked with. And so I'm doing it to learn how it works. And last week I told you that I was playing with the goal feature. And so I did another goal this week. I don't expect anyone to do any super chats, all right? But the goal is there, and I'm learning how to use that feature of YouTube. So, hello, True. How are you? I see you redacted your message, but that's okay. I did see it. Okay. It's good to see you, True. So the goal is there. I'm not asking for it. Also, hit the heart button to the side there and hit the 100% or whatever. All of that makes a difference in the YouTube algorithm and people, YouTube pushing it out so that people will know that I am live right now. Anyway, so is there any more questions that y'all have? I've gone over what I'm going to be doing this week. Down in the bottom of the chat, you'll see like a dollar bill. Okay, if you click on it, then you can participate in a super chat that way. All right. You can make a small donation. Okay. That's what it is. And so I'm just learning how to use the feature. I'm not asking for it, but it's there. Let me see. Is there anything else? I can't think of anything else that I wanted to go over with you. I have a busy week coming up. I have 2 bingo games to go to, and on the potluck, I have to make a dish for the potluck. So, um, the flooding has gone down in my neighborhood. I want to let you know that it did rain most of the day on one day last Thursday of this last week. I think I have the videos out already. And it was horrible. It was horrible. The video showed how much water was up into my driveway when I took that video. And there was a definite water line in my driveway. And that's why I canceled my trip to um, go do some shopping. I'll do it another week. I'll probably do it next month. Okay, Cheryl. What am I bringing to the potluck? That's a good question, Gina. I'm going to take something off of my shelf and um, and take it there that I can't have, but is in my canning jars. Um, there are a few items that I have on my shelf that is not on my eating program that I have canned, and so I'm going to take and make a pot of that and take it to the potluck. One of them is I do have lentil, Mexican lentil soup. I have that, but I need chips to go with that. And the other thing I have is Great White Northern bean ham soup that I can't have. Beans spike my glucose level, if you don't know that. And so one way for me to get these items off of my shelf and um, still being able to use them, and there's videos out there of me canning this stuff, is to um, take it to potluck. That way I can use the jars up, and the contents of the jars can go to something that is an event that I can do, and other people can have it. I just can't. And so I am going to call tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning is Flag Day, by the way. And I am going to call tomorrow morning um, to find out what they are serving on potluck. What is the main dish? If I know what the main dish is, then I know if I can have it or not. So, and remember, when I scheduled for me to go to these events, the bingos and stuff, I do pay for the food. And so the main dish that they serve there, I do pay for that. But if I can't have it, then I'm not going to eat it. Does that make sense? And so I have to pay for the event. It's within the cost of going to the event is the food. And so last month I went and I brought something I could have, which was spiced up green beans. That's what it was. It was seasoned up green beans. So either I'm going to do heat up lentil tortilla soup, or I'm going to heat up the Great White Northern ham and ham soup. Great White Northern bean and ham soup. One of those. I also have corn canned up as well. I could do buttered corn as well. I could do a whole pot of buttered corn. But if I know what the main course is, then I'll see which one of those that I can do. And I'll do one a month until I get all these jars used up. that I have of canned things that I can't eat. Okay. All right. Is there anything else? My brain timed out for a minute. Are there anything else that y'all want to ask? We got 18 people in here. I know y'all have questions. I know you do. What kind of questions do you have? How was your Father's Day? What did y'all do for Father's Day? Hmm? It's a good question. What did y'all do? I am going to request that y'all, I have a prayer request for y'all. My older sister is um, back into the hospital. She was out of the hospital for about 2 days, and then she was back in the hospital. She fell out of the bed. She was in a kind of a halfway house situation, and on hospice care with the DNR in effect. And she fell out of the bed, and they did call an ambulance to send her back to the hospital. And so we spent some time, my other sister and I, mainly my other sister, she's the one, um, talking to my older sister, questioning her and trying to figure things out. And DNR is no longer in effect. She has decided she did not want that in effect. So it is her wish. And so that's been eliminated. Um, and right now they're looking for a place for her that is not a hospice care situation. Okay. And that is her choice. So I just need prayers that God leads them in the right direction for her care. Yeah, I do too. But I love my sister dearly. But one of the things is that she did not want me to take over her care at all. And she expressed that years ago. So I stepped back, and um, I'm letting um, her manage her own care along with my younger sister. So it was a choice that she made. It was a request that she made, and I'm honoring the request. So okay, Gina, you cooked your man a good country meal? Girl, what did you make? Do tell. You cannot just pop that out there and not tell us what you made. Mm-hmm. Starting next week as well, I'm going to be doing my makeup every day. And part of the reason is because I have a lot of makeup. I love makeup. That's one of my things. I have always worn makeup. I have always enjoyed wearing makeup. But for the last 3 years or so, I just felt out of not using makeup at all. I was having some issues with my skin. It's all cleared up. Y'all can see it. It's all cleared up. And so now that all of my body is regulated and all of the issues that I've been having is cleared up, I'm going to start going back to wearing my makeup again. I like wearing my makeup. And so it's not that I feel like I have to wear my makeup. I enjoy wearing it. Fresh snap beans, okay. Chicken and gravy with rice. Ooh, and cornbread. That does sound good. That is a good Southern meal. All right. Do we have any more questions for Suzzie? Any more questions at all? I'm trying to think. Is there anything else that I need to show y'all or tell y'all or talk to y'all about? I don't think there is. For this next week, my meal plan for this next week is, I'm going to go over it and show you. I have some of the rotisserie chicken left. I have some of the rotisserie chicken left that I made this week. And so I'm going to be doing rotisserie chicken. I think I have 2 or 3. And one of those pieces of rotisserie chicken breast, I want to turn into like some taco meat to make another taco salad, but it's going to be chicken instead of ground beef. I haven't had fish in a while, so I'm going to pull some fish out as well and cook me up some fish. And I haven't decided whether I want to do the fresh fish that's in the freezer, well, frozen fish that's in the freezer, or if I want to do salmon patties, because I do really like salmon patties. And so I haven't decided which one of those, okay? What I really need to do is use up the fish that's in the freezer. So I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and do that. And because I think this last week I got a bag of like rectangle pieces of Alaska pollock. And then a neighbor of mine who went to the same food bank gave me her bag because she does not like it. And so I got 2 bags of that this week. I also got, what else did I get? I got something else. Can't remember what it was. Was it a whole chicken? I can't remember. I'll have to go back and look the video myself. And so I got 2 meat items out of it this week. And so I need to go through some of that fish. But what I want to do on Monday is I want to do another topsy-turvy with my freezer. I hope you know what that means. I'm going to pull everything out. Yeah, I do have an air fryer. I'm going to pull everything out of the top of the freezer that just recently came in from the food bank and from any shopping that I did. And I'm going to pull the older stuff out of the bottom, and I'm going to put the newer stuff down in the bottom and the older stuff on top of it. I hope you understand what that means. All right. And one of the things that I made this last week that I really enjoyed was that ham salad. If you don't know how to make ham salad, it is simply taking when I cook a whole ham, I take all of the it's usually spiral cut, and I take all of the spiral cut off it, and I put that separate, and then I take all of the large pieces of meat off of the bone that I can, and I chop that up and put it in quart-sized bags as well, and those go into making my ham salad. And what I do is I take that and I put it inside my food processor along with whatever sides that I have, like onions, bell peppers. What did not work was the pickles that I threw in there, I thought I'll just chop it up with the it did not chop the pickle up. Okay, it didn't do it. So I'm going to put the ham in there and let it process the ham down to almost like a pate. And then once that is done, then I do chopped onions, bell peppers, mayonnaise, salt, pepper, garlic. Either I put garlic or garlic powder in it, whichever one. And that becomes like a ham salad that I can eat with pork rinds for a meal. I do that with a tuna salad and with chicken salad as well. And so, and I enjoy it. So anyway, so I really enjoyed that. Yeah, I really enjoyed that ham salad. It was something that my mom made when we were kids, all the time. My ex-husband really didn't like it, and so I didn't make it very often. I made it for myself. Now, the kids that were in my house, they enjoyed it, and I would make it for myself. But my ex-husband really didn't um, enjoy it, so I still made it for myself though. And generally, it was made with. There used to be cans of ground up ham in the grocery stores back in the 70s and 80s. I don't know if y'all remember that, but it was not Spam. I think it was called potted meat. I think that's what it was called, potted meat. And that is basically what potted meat is ham ground up like that. And so I made it myself at the house. My mom used to make ham salad with deviled ham. Yes, that's potted meat, deviled ham. Yes. hmm That's basically what deviled ham is. I didn't realize that, but that's basically what it is. Yeah, it is good. It is good. And so I was really glad that I had the opportunity um to make it. I was trying to figure out how I was going to use up all of those bags of ham that were in the bottom of my freezer that got lost. And they had been in there for a good 2 years. And some of them were years, some of them were 2 years. And so I needed to get them used up. So when I topsy-turvied my freezer and found them, I made sure that I was using them. Oh, Jude, I'm reading your comment. Jude says, lucky you, my food bank was way outdated milk, green beans that were rotted and not salvageable, and green tomatoes and fig pieces. Yeah, I did get fig pieces. Okay. Now, the fig pieces, you can use those in a lot of different things. So, if you're not a diabetic, um, you can hang on to the fig pieces. It was 4 heads of cabbage and an onion. I'm really sorry to hear that, Jude. Um, are there other food banks in your area besides that one? You're a diabetic. Okay. Then the fig pieces, I would send it to someone who could use it. All right. And do you have any other food banks in your area? Very rural. Okay. I'm really sorry to hear that. Don't be discouraged though. Keep going. Even though you got things that was unsalvageable, um, keep going. Okay? Because they gave what they had. And so even if it wasn't salvageable, I wouldn't give up on it. All right? I wouldn't. Because there are times when I get things that are unsalvageable. There are times that happens to me in my food bank as well. And so I suggest not to give up, to keep going, and just, whatever you can't use, do what you need to do with it. I have composted things. If they're unsalvageable things that can be composted and make a good soil out of it. I've done that. Yes. And that's what, yeah, don't give up. Okay. Because in some of my food bank hauls, if you go back in some of my food bank hauls, there were some pretty nasty things that I received. Okay. And I salvage what I can, eat what I can. Yes, Gina, birds do like figs. Those are the little fig nuggets. Okay. What I suggest, Gina, Jude, what I suggest with those little fig nuggets is that if you have an event coming up or a family occurrence coming up, that you can make something with them. Do some fig bars. Do some, something that you can use for an event, like a potluck or a family dinner or something like that. Your chickens got them. Okay. All right. Nothing wrong with that. All right. That's a good way to feed the chickens. Okay. Uh, and oftentimes, I'm telling you, oftentimes, people that get the unsalvageable produce from the food banks, you did exactly what they do. They feed their animals with them. They feed the chickens and they have rural areas like I live in. People have donkeys, they have horses, they have cattle, they have pigs, and so they often feed their animals with them. I have a question for you, Mike can help us with. Sure, shoot. No. Ask the question. I'm sorry. That word. Sorry. We got a conversation. I'm waiting for the question. What'd you do with the 4 heads of cabbage? I am curious because I just bought 2 heads of cabbage for myself to make sauerkraut with. Okay. Yeah, I bought 2 heads of cabbage to make sauerkraut with. So what'd you do with your cabbage? I'm curious to know. Any of y'all go to food banks out there? Any of y'all in the chat besides Jude and myself? I'd be curious to know. Yes, yes. That's my next thing. Next month, I'm going to do cabbage rolls myself. I'm going to get me a head of cabbage. I only need 1 head, really, and I don't need the whole head of cabbage to make myself cabbage rolls, but I do like some keto cabbage rolls. All right, I do. And I got all the ingredients. The only thing I don't have is the cabbage. I used all the cabbage this month to make sauerkraut. So anyway. Trying to think. What, the keto cabbage rolls? I do have a keto cabbage roll ready. Yeah, I do. and I will be making it. Mhm. All right, I'm thinking, is there anything else that I am planning on doing this? I wanted to talk with y'all about. I wanted to talk with you about the treatment that I'm doing with Chico, and y'all saw that. I feel really bad because I had no idea that that was doing that to his paws, and that he has. It's a. It's a. It's a callus, all right. It is, and I feel bad about it. That us going on the walks is what caused it. So I just got to get it healed up, and then we'll continue on the walks with shoes on from now on to stop the calluses from forming. Um, hmm. Yeah, I told y'all that I was going to be doing my makeup every day from now on. I'm looking forward to doing that again, and using some of the things that I get from Ipsy. Um, how many? There's a question I have for y'all. Did any of y'all get Ipsy? Did any of y'all enjoy that? I'm curious to know that. I love getting Ipsy boxes. I love it. It's one of my favorite things that I enjoy every month. You use an ointment called Mushers. I'm gonna write that down, Jude. Okay. I think there's another you can like pick and choose what you want in the box. Sometimes like for moisturizers and things like that, and like skin conditioners, cleansers, and that kind of stuff instead of like that. You call it what? Mushers. I'm gonna write that down. Okay. So don't get calluses. I'm treating a callus right now, so I'm working on finding something that's going to reduce that callus. And I know what worked on my feet, and that was that lotion with urea. It worked miracles. Within a week or two, my calluses were gone. Yeah. Down in the bottom of my videos, I think there's a link with a discount on the Ipsy. If you just click on that link and go take a look and see if there's something there that you will enjoy. I try to find the things that I use or receive. I try to find y'all links that will save you money on it. Okay. And so that's what I try to do for y'all. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to get a kickback on it. All right. If I can save you money, that's what I want to do with y'all, is to save you money where I can for things that you enjoy. The Javi coffee is the same way. I give the link down below because you can save money with the link. And not only that, if you're like me and you like your iced coffee and you go to, I went to Starbucks the whole time I was teaching. Okay, that was one of my, treats. Okay, well, I don't do that anymore. I make it at home. All right, and it tastes just like Starbucks. It tastes just like Starbucks. All right, we got about 5 minutes left. Do y'all have any more questions for me? Any conversations? Any talk? I did write down, Jude, what you mushers, and I'll take a look at it to see exactly what it does for dog paws. Does it look like this, Jude? Is it like a paw palm? Is that what it is? Okay, this isn't mushers, but does it look like this? Is it like a salve, a thick salve like this? Okay, all right then. It's a different brand, but this was gifted to me for friend mail, so I use this every day on his paws now. And it's helping. It is helping, but it's not getting rid of the callus as fast as I would love to for it to. So I think I'm gonna switch over and use some urea lotion on his paws. Okay, so how do I secure rides to doctor's appointments? Um, you have Aetna Medicare. The first thing that I would do if I was you, Gina, is I would check on your policy to see if you have transportation to your doctor's appointments. That's the first thing that I would do. Check with your Aetna Medicare and see if you have transportation. Um, okay, that's where I would start. Um, if you don't there, call the doctor's office and see if they have a solution to your transportation. You don't have a car, you don't have transportation. Am I correct on that, Gina? Without giving too much information? If that's the case, then call your doctor and see if they can help you solve that problem. I do it through the senior center with the senior transportation, and I make my doctor's appointments in town. I have my doctor in town where I live. It's not 50 miles away from me. It's in town. My diabetic doctor goes through my general practitioner for all of the lab work and everything, and he checks my glucose and my ketones every day and my weight. And so that's how he keeps track of me. And I take my blood pressure every day as well. And I keep my blood pressure in check and type it in to the system. So he keeps track of my vitals that way. But every 3 months I go in to see my general practitioner, and when I get the results from the general practitioner, I send him the results. Once I get them, I take a screenshot of it on my computer and send it to him. But that's how I deal with mine. Okay. And so I would, yes, Jude, that is true. And that was why I told Gina first to start with her health insurance, because some health insurance does provide transportation. And, it is 6 months into the year. So in 6 months, you'll be able to how do I put this? You'll be able to re-enroll in your Medicare insurance again in November or December for January. And when you do that, take a look at the policies. And if you need transportation to your doctor's appointments, if that's one of the things that you need, find a policy that your doctor takes and that has that as a feature. And so, when you re-up on your insurance, take a look at everything that you need, make notes of everything you need, and look for a policy that covers it all. That's what I would do. That's what I did for the seniors in my area during COVID. I helped them find a policy that met all the requirements that they needed. Okay, I hope that helps. Any more questions, anyone? Okay, it's for a neurologist. Okay. Okay. And like I said, first try your insurance. If that doesn't work, reach out to your senior center in your area. You can call 211 for senior services as well. And that's a nationwide number, by the way. And ask for senior services and see what they offer in your area. And then you can call the doctor's office and let them know that you are having trouble. You don't have someone to take you to see them, and see if they can help you out to get to your appointments. I discovered this last appointment that I went to at the doctor's office, if I don't have transportation to go to and from the doctor my general practitioner, they will Uber me free of charge. I didn't know that was a feature, and they don't advertise it, but they will. I had no idea. They don't advertise it, but they do. That's why I say check with your doctor. They will send somebody to go pick you up and take you home. So, all right, we got 22 people and only 11 thumbs up. Please, people, hit those thumbs up, okay? It makes a difference. It makes a huge difference. I love every one of you. Anyone else in here have any questions? Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done that. It makes a world of difference to Chico and I. And we love having you. Hit the notification bell so that you will get notified of any events that I'm having. I've been considering doing another live on Wednesdays or Thursdays. I'm not sure. Wednesdays is always a food bank haul, but I've been thinking about doing a midday live with y'all as well. Oh, I love you too, Gina. That was a hug, by the way. Okay. And so I've been looking at doing another live. And another thing that I wanted to do, and here's some of the things that I have, things that are coming up. I know that there are people out there on my videos that are making comments that they don't like the clutter in my house. And you notice that I haven't touched the clutter. Okay. You noticed I haven't touched the clutter. Once I started being able to move and get around and do things. And the number one reason is because people are in my comment section telling me they don't like my clutter. Okay, it's my house. But I am going to get in here and take care of the clutter. That's some of the videos that I have lined up to come to take care of. And the reason is because I'm ready to do it. Okay, I'm ready. It's not because people are making comments. Okay. Hey, here's the way it works in the YouTube world. Okay, those negative commenters, they're still making me money because they commented. I'm going to sit back and let them make me money. All right. That's what I'm saying. Okay. My house is lived in. Okay. There are things going on in my house. All right. Okay. If you're not making a mess in your kitchen, you're not cooking. All right. And all of the things that are on my counter are there because they're in reach. They're easy for me to reach when I get ready to video, when I get ready to cook. That's why it's there. Okay. But I I am getting tired of some of the clutter. So I am going to, like, there's projects on the counter that I haven't touched. And so I'm going to get busy and get them touched. Okay. Get some of those projects done. One of them is some lights that I got to go underneath the counters that I have a remote that turns them on and off. And they shine down on the counter so that there's more light for the camera. And I got it from Temu, and I haven't installed it. All right, I haven't installed it. So I am going to get in there and get it installed. Okay, but like I said, all right, those negative comments are making me money. All right, I thank them for their comment and move on. All right, we've been here an hour and 6 minutes. It's 8:02 where I live. All right, so we've been at least an hour on the air talking and me not eating. I want to thank you all for coming out here and spending an hour with me on a live. And then I'm going to put a comment section. It's raining outside. I hear raindrops. Outside. I'm going to put out a poll on the on my YouTube channel to decide whether y'all would be willing to come in midweek at about 7 o'clock as well, or another live. I think it would be beneficial. I think people will enjoy it. But I need to know if my regulars are going to be available at 7 o'clock in the evening for another live in the midweek. They're easy to do. I just got to get myself organized and do a live midweek for y'all. Now that I have a camera on my computer, I bought a camera so that I could do the lives on the computer and not on my phone. I can now do a live, all right? And so I've been thinking about doing that midweek and just talk about the progress. Do another pajama party. I don't know, open a bottle of wine and have a glass of wine. Okay. Maybe I'll do that midweek. We'll call it cocktail hour. Okay. Would y'all join me for a cocktail hour? We're doing pajama party on Sunday. Maybe we'll do a cocktail hour on Wednesdays or Thursdays, okay? I don't know. We'll see. And I'm going to put out a poll and see what y'all think. And I'll put that out probably when I get off the air tonight. Anyway, y'all be blessed, all right? And I will see you all live next Sunday, all right? I will. Who knows? I might see y'all on Wednesday, okay? If I get enough people on the poll, I might do another live on Wednesday, all right? That is midweek, right? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, it is midweek. All right. So, all right. Bye, y'all. Y'all be blessed. Good night.